Hey guys, we are LT Sports and we are back. Sorry for the long time that we are missing. We got really busy. We got misoccupied, but that is on us.
Yeah, we feel really bad, but I mean, George Wythe made a state run.
That's
did. Pretty sick.
We made it to state. Fell short, but Lucy made it there.
Yeah, our very own Tim Smith got VHSL High School Offensive Player of the Year and also got All-State quarterback, so we're very proud of him.
Yes, sir.
But let's get back into it. It's been a while. I'm excited.
Yeah, we left off weeks ago. Now we're on week 15.
Yeah,
basketball's about to be starting here soon.
Yeah.
A little bit behind the
playoff football is coming up, and we are more than excited for that. Okay, so let's start. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, since we missed the last couple of weeks, we're just going to go over every team, their last 3 games, and we'll just basically talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about the Bills beating the Jets first off. Three straight Bills are the second best team in the AFC.
Yeah, easily. I think the only team that is better than them is the Kansas City Chiefs, but not by much. I think they're both very good. I think they both have very good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like Josh Allen, he is playing very well. The receivers and backs are playing well.
And their defense. Their defense is stacked.
Yeah, their defense is really good.
Yeah, they're definitely just a lock in for the playoffs. They're definitely first in the AFC East.
Yeah, so I think they're a no-brainer to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Next we have my very own Miami Dolphins. They lost to the Chargers. They lost to the 49ers, and they won versus the Texans. They have lost 2 in a row, and Tua has struggled the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and the Dolphins' defense, they're playing terribly.
Yeah.
But they're still one of the best teams in the AFC, though.
Yeah.
They're second in the AFC East.
Yeah, second in the AFC East. I still think they have one of the best offenses in the NFL, but that defense is really what's hurting them.
It is. The Patriots win over the Cardinals, lost to the Bills, and lost to the Vikings.
But the Patriots, they are doing a lot better. And we dissed Mac Jones at the start.
I mean, we really did not like Mac Jones at all.
but he has stepped up, and he has actually proved himself as a pretty decent quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, he's playing good. He's finally showing people what he can do.
It took a while.
It did. It took a long time.
But the Patriots' defense, they're very inconsistent, but when they play good, they win. That's just how it is. That's how it's always been with Bill Belichick. He wants a really good defense.
Oh, yeah, but it's a tough playoff spot for them. They might get in, they might not. They're third in the AFC East. You never know.
I mean, it could just kind of go either way.
It can. To this team, the Jets, they lost to the Bills, they lost to the Vikings, and they beat the Bears. But the Jets are doing a lot better with Mike White. I'm glad Zach Wilson's not starting. When in that press conference, when they asked him, he said, "Do you feel like you let the team down?" When he had 29 yards of offense. And he said no. You have to take accountability. As a quarterback, if you suck, you got to take the accountability.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
You are the leader of the team.
Right.
So you have to say that. You have to be accountable for your mistakes.
Yeah. But the Jets, they lost 2, but to very good teams. The Jets are still doing well. It is going to be a rough playoff race in the AFC, though.
Yeah, it is. I really like the Jets on defense. Sauce Gardner is incredible.
Oh, I love watching him. And he's built like a stick, but hey,
he can lock. He can lock down. Did not give up a single touchdown in college.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Oh my God,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they're fourth in the AFC East.
The AFC East is the best division in the NFL.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
No doubt.
I mean, you have the Bills, number 1, the Dolphins, the Patriots.
Yeah, you could have just stopped at the Dolphins. We know.
And the Jets, man. They all have positive records. They all have a chance to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, but anyway, AFC North, Ravens, they beat the Steelers, then win over the Broncos and lost to the Jags.
Yeah, but the Ravens, they've been slowing down. They're just been playing mediocre, in my opinion. I don't think they've played the best teams.
Yeah, they're not even scoring a lot of points the last 2 weeks.
No, but the defense is playing lights out. They've been playing great, and they're helping them a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor Lawrence has been playing really well recently, so you can't really...
No, that game was a great game to watch. They lost by 1 point.
It was.
But Trevor Lawrence has been playing phenomenal. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, the Ravens, they should make playoffs. They're the first in AFC North.
Yes, but I think a team that will get over them in the AFC North is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
They won over the Browns, they won over the Chiefs, and they won over the Titans. And they are in a 5-game win streak.
Yeah, Burrow, he's playing great. Receivers and backs playing great. And if the defense plays well, they'll win every time.
Joe Burrow, first game of the season, had 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
And, I was like, dang, I don't think Joe Burrow is going to be it. He's it.
I mean, we definitely did talk about that, how we thought he was overrated. I mean, we've talked badly about like a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's late season, and we're definitely seeing the improvement that we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
If there's any time that the quarterbacks need to step up, it is now, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and I think the Bengals, they're definitely going to make playoffs. They're second in the AFC North.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Browns. They lost to the Bengals. They beat the Texans, and they beat the Bucks. Deshaun Watson is back in the NFL.
He has struggled.
Let's just talk about
We've
that
all
for
seen
a
those
second.
TikToks. It's okay.
Dude, I think it's crazy. He was getting a lot of hate at the first couple games. Fans screaming at him, saying like that he was doing a lot of bad stuff. But I am a believer in Deshaun Watson. I really liked him when he was on the Texans.
Yeah, I think he'll turn it around.
But him not playing in almost 2 years really has shown.
Yeah.
He practiced a lot, but it's a lot different not seeing real guys coming at you in a football game.
Oh,
that takes time to adapt.
Definitely.
But I think they'll turn it around. Defense and offense have just been struggling recently, but sadly, I do not think that they will make the playoffs. They're third in the AFC North, and they just don't have a good record.
Yeah.
No, but as soon as Deshaun Watson gets back into the swing of things, they're definitely starting to win some more games.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, another team that I don't think will make the playoffs is the Steelers. They lost to the Ravens, win over the Falcons, and win over the Colts.
Yeah, that offense and Kenny Pickett.
Yeah,
has
they've
not been
struggled.
struggling.
We don't like Kenny Pickett since the start.
I do not like Kenny Pickett.
We've always hated that boy.
I don't think he's a very good quarterback. I didn't like him at Pitt. I don't think he's an NFL caliber quarterback, not yet at least.
Yeah, but their defense is playing good, though.
They have one of the best defenses in the NFL and one of the worst offenses. That's just how it works. They got T.J. Watt. They got Minka Fitzpatrick, Joe Hayden. They got dogs on the defensive side of the ball. But it's sad because their offense is not giving them a chance to win football games.
Yeah.
Like Tannen said, I do not think they will make the playoffs, and they are last in the AFC North.
But the Chiefs, win over the Broncos, lost to the Bengals. Bengals was tough.
Yeah.
And then the win over the Rams. That's probably going to get them a bye with first seed in the AFC.
Yeah, but that Bengals game was pretty close. It was going back and forth the whole time.
Yeah,
it was. Watched that as I was working at Denny's. So it was pretty cool.
What, Joe Burrow, how many times has he beat the Chiefs last time?
He's 6-0.
6-0 against the Chiefs, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes has not beaten Joe Burrow.
Nope.
Which is crazy.
But Pat Mahomes, dude, he's still playing very well.
I mean, that offense is no doubt still the best offense in the National Football League.
And their defense isn't bad either.
No, I mean,
and like we've said, when you put 2 and 2 together, bro, that's going to be a good
when you have
team.
a good offense that can score points and you have a defense that can stop people from scoring points, you don't lose.
Yeah.
Like Tatum said, I also think that they're going to get the first round bye in the AFC because they are first in the AFC West.
Yeah. Second in the AFC West, the Chargers win over the Dolphins. Sorry, Landon, that's your team.
It's okay. It's okay.
Lost to Raiders and win over the Cardinals.
I really like Justin Herbert. I've liked him since he was at Oregon. That's my college team.
Me too. I like Keenan Allen as their back.
Yeah.
They're just playing great, as well as their defense.
And I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. I think that they're going to make the playoffs.
Me too.
Second in the AFC West.
They're in that wild card spot. They're not in the playoffs yet. Mm-hmm. They're in that spot that it could just interchange.
Yeah, but I think that there's definitely a good chance.
I do too. I think they're one of the. I don't think they'll go far in the playoffs, but I think they will definitely make the playoffs.
And our football team actually calls Landon the fat Justin Herbert.
They do. Just a little bit chubbier version. Next, we have the Raiders. They lost to the Rams. They beat the Chargers, and they beat the Seahawks.
And honestly, I mean, we haven't really heard that much from the Raiders so far. So them coming into this late season and starting to win games is a little bit surprising to all of us.
They've had a disappointing season, but they're finally winning games.
I just think that it's a little too late to start winning these games.
I mean, yeah.
But you never know. It's the NFL. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
They're all pro players.
Yeah. Devontae Adams has absolutely balled out. Josh Jacobs is the leading rusher in the NFL. He's playing great.
But I don't believe they'll make playoffs.
I don't either. I think they struggled way too early in the season.
Yeah, they definitely have a foundation that they can build on.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
They just waited too long.
Yeah, to start winning games. I agree.
Yeah,
next, we have the Broncos.
They have built nothing this season.
Dude, they are terrible, man.
I mean, we talked about this at the beginning. Russell Wilson,
the chemistry isn't there with the Broncos.
He's not really doing it.
No, he's not.
Not at all.
He's not.
Okay, I saw a statistic. If the Broncos scored at least 20 points in their games, they would have only lost 3 games.
Yep. Just Russell
Wilson can't score 20 points. And I think they have a good offense. They got Jerry Jeudy. They got a decent offensive line. They have a great defense.
Yeah.
And they just have some dogs, man. But if your quarterback can't give you the ball, they're not going to win.
Yeah.
They've lost 5 straight.
And Russell Wilson, he just doesn't have it.
He was the franchise quarterback for the Seahawks for a while. He moved on, and I don't think he's going to ever get to that caliber again.
I don't think he will either. They are 4th in the AFC West, and I do not think that they will be making the playoffs.
Let's talk about AFC South, the Titans. They lost to the Jags, lost to the Eagles, and lost to the Bengals. It's 3 straight losses.
Yeah, but the defense and offense can play well. When Derrick Henry, like we've said, plays amazing, I don't think they lose.
Yeah, and they'll definitely make playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah,
if Derrick Henry is on his game.
Yeah, well, I mean, 3 straight loses does not.
I mean, in the AFC South, you have almost nobody with a good enough record to even pass the Titans, and the first seed of that division automatically gets into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we're seeing the Buccaneers, they have a losing record, but they're going to make the playoffs because they're the number 1 spot in their division.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. The Tom Brady look, it's crazy.
Yeah, did y'all see that clip of Derrick Henry getting trucked?
Yes, I did.
That
does not happen very often.
And a few weeks ago, he got trucked another time.
Yeah, but like I think Derrick Henry is really good, but he has to play incredibly perfect for them to go far in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. They're first in the AFC South.
Yeah. So next we have the Jaguars. Win over the Titans, lost to the Lions, and win over the Ravens.
The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence.
Let's talk about Trevor Lawrence,
They have stepped up lately, but it is a little late, and I don't know if they'll make playoffs.
In an interview, he said that the loss in London to Russell Wilson and the Broncos, he said something clicked in him after that, like a fiery that he wants to go get it done.
Yeah.
And it is really shown on the field. He's throwing some incredible balls that not a lot of quarterbacks can make, and I think he is really stepping up.
Oh, yeah.
But it is a little late.
Yeah, I mean, he said, and I quote, "We should have won that game. I remember I never forgot how I felt in that locker room, so I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm going to, 1, start taking care of the ball, but 2, I just want to be that player that I know that I can be."
Yeah.
He thinks that it just kind of flipped a switch in him, and honestly, he just thinks he has a bit more of a chip on his shoulder now. That's what he said in that interview, and I mean, every quarterback's going to go through something like that. He's a young guy. I think this was it for him. I think he's going to start stepping it up.
You got to think. He comes into an organization.
Yeah, spit it out.
My fault. Like the Jaguars is known for not winning a lot of games.
Yeah, right.
And he gets drafted there, and he starts day 1, and they basically tell him, said, win us football games.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot around him, win us football games.
He's won a few.
And he's doing it.
Yeah.
I think in a couple of years, the Jaguars are going to be really, really good. But like I said, I think it's too late. I don't think they will make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I feel like Trevor Lawrence, those nerves are still kicking him.
Yeah.
And because he's young, Clemson, dude, he came out of Clemson phenomenal.
He only lost 1 game.
At Clemson?
Yes.
In college and high school combined.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things that we focus on that we had talked about at the beginning of the season. But he is a young guy, and I think that in a few years he could be a franchise quarterback for the Jaguars, no problem.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely.
Next, we have the Colts. They lost to the Cowboys, they lost to the Steelers, and lost to the Colts.
Yeah.
They are on a 4-game losing streak. And the Colts and Matt Ryan have not had a good season.
Yeah, it seems like no one has stepped up for the team and tried to put the team on their back.
Like last year, Jonathan Taylor had almost won MVP.
Yeah.
He had a great year, and now that offensive line and Jonathan Taylor are just not getting it done at all.
There's another team that I definitely don't think will make the playoffs.
No.
They're 3rd in the AFC South. No shot there. Now, the worst team in the NFL, they've only won 1 game. They have lost 8 straight games.
Definitely making the playoffs.
The Texans, man. The Texans, they lost to the Cowboys, the Browns, and the Dolphins, man.
Yeah.
They're just terrible all around, offense and defensively.
Yeah, they will not make the playoffs. 4th in the AFC South. They're not getting it done.
But
now,
anyway,
then we go to
NFC
the best team
NFC
in the NFL.
East. The Eagles win over the Giants, win over the Titans, win over the Packers. Only lost 1 game this year. Jalen Hurts is playing like an MVP.
He's playing unreal.
Yeah, they are very good.
You asked me earlier. You said, do you think it's just Jalen Hurts? I don't. That offensive line.
Yeah.
If you have a second, watch 20 minutes of film on the Eagles offensive line. He has 4 or 5 seconds to throw the ball every play.
Yeah.
When you have 4 or 5 seconds to just get back there and scan the field,
yeah,
that changes the whole entire game.
Yeah.
I think have you seen Josh Allen in the pocket?
Yeah.
His O-line is phenomenal as well.
You got to give credit to the offensive line.
You
when
do.
There's a good quarterback.
You do.
And it sucks when you don't have an offensive line, but he does. He has great weapons on offense and defense. They're playing lights out. and I think they will get the first round bye of the playoffs in the NFC.
They're pretty much guaranteed to get the playoffs.
Yeah,
so.
and another team that I think will make the playoffs, the Cowboys. They've won 7 straight.
Yeah.
The last 3 went over the Texans, the Colts, and the Giants.
But let's talk about this for a second. Dak Prescott isn't good.
No, he is their weakest link. He is their weakest link.
I think that if you have another quarterback decent, put Jared Goff on the Cowboys. I think they're scoring 40 points a game.
Oh, yeah.
I seriously, and Dak Prescott, you think Jared Goff is better than him? I do. I don't think Dak Prescott is playing great caliber football for what their record is.
Yeah.
100%. If you're a Cowboys fan, you're obviously not going to agree with us, but
I just think it's true.
But I will agree. I don't like the Cowboys, but I will agree they have one of the best defenses in the NFL.
I mean, Micah Parsons is unreal. He is the best linebacker in the National Football League.
Yes.
He is so good.
Yeah.
It's only his second year in the league. He's a front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. Like Tenham said, we'll make the playoffs. They are second in the NFC East.
The Commanders, man. They've had some rough times coming from the Redskins Commanders, but they've won 4 straight in a row. They tied against the Giants, win over the Falcons, and win over the Texans.
Yeah. The Commanders have really stepped up. They've been playing really well.
Yeah.
Taylor Heineke is playing good. He's playing great, and it was a great decision to start Taylor Heineke over Carson Wentz.
Oh, it definitely
one of the
was.
best decisions so far this year.
Oh, and he's playing just as good as their defense. Their defense is playing good.
Yeah, they do have a good defense. Foster, their safety, he hits, man. He will come down in a hole and he will hit you. And I really think that shows out through their whole team, that grit. They want it more than other people. Mm-hmm. They might not have the best roster, but they want it.
Yeah.
I do think they have a chance to make the playoffs. Don't know if it'll happen.
They're third in the NFC East.
But they're third in the NFC East. NFC East, another great division.
Yeah, the NFC is just a good division.
Yeah. Next we have the Giants. They lost to the Eagles. They tied versus the Commanders, and they lost to the Cowboys.
They've been struggling.
Gosh, man.
Daniel Jones and the defense, they're just not playing really
They started
well.
off 6-1. And now
they're going downhill.
Yeah, man. They're not winning football games. Daniel Jones is not playing good. If Saquon Barkley does not play absolutely out of his mind, they lose.
I mean, we definitely had been looking at them as a big power weapon in the NFL very early season.
Yeah.
But, I mean, things do change.
Yeah. They were winning games. Now they're not. And I do not think that they will make the playoffs anymore. No. They are fourth in the NFC East.
Yeah.
But 49ers, they're good, man. Let's talk about Purdy, man. Purdy's
playing Purdy, man.
He is Purdy.
He is Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah. Last pick of the NFL draft. Everybody's down. He comes up. He puts 35 points up on Tom Brady and the Bucs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He beat the Bucs, beat the Dolphins, and beat the Saints.
49ers are winning ball games, and they're only third-string quarterback. Trey Lance got hurt at the start of the season. They had to go to Jimmy G. Jimmy G gets hurt. Now they have Brock Purdy, and he's winning football games.
Yeah.
No doubt, the 49ers have the best defense in the NFL.
Oh,
Nick Bosa,
man.
That defensive line is a force to be reckoned with, man. They are crazy.
It is.
Brock Purdy stepping up, and he's now going to be starting against the Seahawks.
This will make his third straight start, and if he's winning a game, I think you seriously have a decision to make about the quarterback.
I think you keep him. If he's putting points up like this and winning games, I'd keep him.
It's definitely the best move for the team.
And I think they'll make playoffs.
Yeah.
First in the NFC West.
Yes. Next we have the Seahawks, who we really like. They lost to the Panthers, they beat the Rams, and they lost to the Raiders in the last 2 games. But the Seahawks have been playing good. Yeah. Geno Smith
really stepped up into a very hard position to fill. But now looking at it, it doesn't really seem like it was that difficult because Russell Wilson playing out of his element just hasn't been doing very well.
Yeah. When you look at that trade, I was like, the Broncos won that trade, man. They got Russell Wilson. They already have good weapons. It completely switched.
Yeah.
Seahawks put Geno Smith at quarterback, and he is going crazy. A lot of interviews been coming up. He was a backup in the NFL for 7 years, and he said it was the hardest moment of his life not being able to play. And a bunch of people were shunning him, saying, "Oh, I wish I could still be in an NFL team, not having to play and make millions of dollars." And he said nobody will understand what it's like as a football player.
I mean, of course, when you love the game that much that you're obsessing over it, you get to that point where you're a pro. I mean, you've spent so many hours of your life just committing to this. Being out on that field is just comfortable for him. It's a home for him.
Yeah. And he needs it. And he wants it. He feeds on it. And they give him a shot. And that's what he does.
Yeah, I mean, after 7 years, he's got to be itching. He came out. He needed to make something happen for them to be like, okay, this guy's going to be for us.
He knew at that moment, if he didn't do something, his career might be over.
Yeah.
So next, I think they will make the playoffs, by the way. They're second in the NFC
Yeah, but
West.
somebody won't make the playoffs. I think it's Cardinals.
Yeah.
They lost to the Pats, lost to the Chargers, lost to the 49ers, and they're just not good.
Nope. And now that Kyler Murray went out with an ACL injury, you got Colt McCoy starting.
Oh, it's going to be terrible.
Yeah,
man.
it's going to be even worse.
Their offense and defense just aren't clicking
They're
together.
third in the NFC East, and I just don't think that they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me either. Next, we have the Rams, man.
This is
know.
probably the biggest switch. I know that we talked about Joe Burrow, but I mean, at least he's doing well in the late season.
Yeah.
The Rams,
They're bad.
They freaking suck, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're
They
terrible.
freaking suck. They're really bad.
That might be one of the biggest drop-offs I've ever seen.
I mean, that's crazy.
Winning
They
a
did
Super Bowl with almost an entirely same roster.
Except Von Miller.
Yeah, and Andrew Whitworth, their left tackle. Minus 4 or 5 guys. Like, they're pretty much the same.
100%. I mean, they did a full
they've
180.
they've only won 3 games,
Yeah,
man.
they're definitely not gonna make playoffs. They're fourth in the NFC
They're not good.
West.
They're fourth in the NFC West. Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about the NFC North. First place is the Vikings. Lost to the Lions, win over the Jets, and win over the Pats.
Yeah, the Vikings are really good.
Yeah, I really like Kirk
I mean,
Cousins.
they've been pretty good all season, though.
Yeah, they've been winning games. I don't think that they have a very hard schedule, though.
No.
I think they've played some pretty easy teams, but it's still hard in the NFL to beat these easy teams. And so he has really stepped up. Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That one-handed catch he made.
I mean, my goodness. I don't know what you guys think, but honestly, that angle looking a little bit better than
OBJ's?
OBJ's. Like, if you look at it from a certain point, I promise you, I saw this TikTok about it.
No.
I understand. But, dude, it's just impressive.
No.
You know,
OBJ.
It is, bro,
Oh,
but the way Odell Beckham Jr.
He
changed the game.
He literally created
You're
his
right.
own thing. Odell, people were dyeing their hair blonde. He caught the ball with 3 fingers, dude. These 3 fingers like this.
Yeah, when I was
Wild
like,
pass interference call, man.
you're completely right. When I was like 10, 11, and 12, I was calling for an Odell all of the time.
Yeah.
Dude,
He
everybody back in middle school and elementary school was like, Odell me.
Yeah, I mean, he
crazy.
changed the game.
He did.
But the,
Jefferson me. You know, it just doesn't work like that.
but the Vikings, they will make the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, they're
first in the NFC North.
Yeah.
And next we have the Lions, who has really been playing well. They beat the Vikings, they beat the Jaguars, and they lost to the Bills.
But they're playing better than their record shows.
Yes.
Offense and defense have been playing really well.
Yeah, I saw their coach, Dan Campbell, in an interview after they won. I think they've won 5 or 6 straight games.
Mm-hmm.
Or not straight games. I think they've won 5 of their last 6. When they were only won 1 game, he was like, I was fearing I was going to lose my job. And now I know that I'm keeping my job.
Yeah.
Because he has really stepped up as a coach, and he is putting the team in the best situation to win ball games, and they are.
But I don't think they'll make
Me
playoffs,
either.
honestly.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
I mean, they're a good organization.
Yeah.
But I don't think.
Yeah, they're second in the NFC North. Next, we have the Packers. Went over the Bears, lost to the Eagles, lost to the Titans. The Packers have just really struggled this season.
But honestly, I mean, what weapons does Aaron Rodgers have to use out there offensively?
He's off the Yerks.
Yeah.
And that's messing him up. He's off the drugs.
Now, one of the biggest turnarounds I've seen is Christian Watson.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He dropped a game-losing ball. Like, he dropped the ball.
Yep.
And ultimately was one of the reasons that they lost the game. And then he comes out, and he's scored 6 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks.
That's crazy.
That is ridiculous. He is very talented. He's a rookie. He has the most touchdowns of a rookie.
Yeah.
I think he's been playing very well, but I still think the Packers will not make the playoffs.
Yeah,
they're third in the NFC North.
Yeah, they're third. You know, Aaron Rodgers, man, he's been at the Packers before I was born.
Yeah, he's never been on another team.
No, he is stuck with that team.
Yeah,
And I want to know, when do you think he'll retire?
to be honest, I think he's going to leave Green Bay next year. I don't think he's going to retire, but I think he's going to leave Green Bay next year.
I think he's gonna.
Chance.
I think he's gonna stay with Green Bay for another 3 to 4 years, and then
Really?
he's retiring.
3 to 4 years. I don't
Now-
think they
now
even go
this-
that far. If he keeps continue losing, I don't think he makes
Yeah,
it through another,
I
through another
agree.
season.
Next, we have the Bears. They lost to the Packers, lost to the Jets, and lost to the Falcons. But Justin Fields has impressed me, man. He is good.
He has no weapons, really,
No.
but he has no help at all.
He has no defense, not a very good offensive line, not a lot of weapons to throw the ball. He has really put the team on their back, but they will not make the playoffs. They are fourth in the NFC North. Now, this guy, when is he going to be done?
Yeah, first in the NFC South, the Buccaneers, Tom Brady. Lost to the 49ers, win over the Saints, and lost to the Browns.
I don't know when he's going to be done. Someone asked him in an interview, and he said, "What's free agency looking like?" Like asking if he was going to retire, and he said, "Oh, my option for teams are open."
I mean, I definitely don't think that Tom Brady is going to leave the league anytime soon. If not a player, I think that he's going to come back and at least try to be associated in some way.
Yeah, he got
with NFL football.
he got signed to be an analyst after he retires, but he said, "My work is not done on the field."
Let's talk about somebody retiring. Drew Brees is going to be an assistant coach at Purdue College.
I mean, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty cool.
I really like Drew Brees.
Oh, he's a great guy. He was really good at football.
Super good at football,
He was
man.
good. He was good.
Was with the Saints for forever.
Yeah.
Won him a Super Bowl. But yeah, he's been playing great. The Buccaneers will make the playoffs just because they are first in the NFC South. So next we have the Panthers. They beat the Seahawks, they beat the Broncos, and they lost to the Ravens. The Panthers are really bad.
They are. They don't have a QB1.
No, they
and their
don't.
defense is awful. And they just won't make playoffs.
No.
Second in the NFC
Yeah.
South. But I mean, we're pretty certain about
Now let's
that.
talk about Baker Mayfield going to the Rams, man.
Oh, he stepped up for the Rams.
He led a 98-yard game-winning drive against the Raiders.
What, under a minute?
In under a minute, yeah. I think it was 2 minutes, something like that. But it's still ridiculous.
It is.
These decisions late season, they're helping teams, but they're not going to help them get into the playoffs. They're not going to help them win. I mean, it's too late to make those decisions.
Agreed. Well, next we have the Falcons. They lost to the Steelers, they lost to the Commanders, and they beat the Bears. The Falcons are bad. Marcus Mariota is just way too inconsistent, and the defense is bad.
Yeah, I used to like, back in college, I used to like watching
I love
Mariota.
Mariota, dude. He's my favorite college quarterback of all
He
time.
was. I would have to fight that. I think Trevor Lawrence is mine, mainly because I look like him.
But I like Marcus Mariota at Oregon, but they will not make the playoffs. They're third in the NFC South.
Yeah, and fourth in the NFC South, another team that will not make the playoffs is the Saints. They lost to the Buccaneers, lost to the 49ers, but win over the Rams, and they're just inconsistent. They have no QB1, and
They won't make the playoffs.
yeah.
Fourth in the NFC South. And so that is all the teams that we're going to be talking about.
And so, I mean, we did miss a lot of those predictions. However, right now we're sitting at Landon being at 3 for the predictions. I'm at 2, and Tandem's at 2, surprisingly. But yeah, we're going to get to the
Just
predictions
diss me like that. All right.
for Week 15 here. First game with the 49ers versus the Seahawks. Definitely a close game. I don't know. Geno Smith has been doing well. Brock Purdy just stepping up, doing really well. But I think that the 49ers are going to come out with this one.
I'm also going to go with the 49ers. They beat the Dolphins a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I will too. I'm going to go 49ers.
Yeah, I think the 49ers are a lot better.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks are still pretty good.
Yeah. Colts versus Vikings.
Vikings. I'm definitely feeling the Vikings.
Vikings
for that
definitely.
One.
The Colts
They've been
are not
pretty
very
consistent, pretty good all season.
Yeah.
Definitely think that they're going to do well.
Ravens versus Browns. Two very mediocre teams. I'm going to pick Ravens.
Yeah, I think you know what? No, I'm going Browns.
I think I'm going to go with Browns as well. I mean, I think they won against the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think that gives
I think
them
Deshaun
confidence
Watson
based.
is going to have a crazy game this game. I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm going to go Browns.
And then Dolphins versus the Bills.
Listen, I know that this is Landon's team, but I don't think the Dolphins are going to win against the Bills.
Me neither. I'm going Bills.
I'm going Dolphins, man. Fins up.
Yeah.
I think Tua's going to have a good game. He struggled the last 2 weeks. He's got to step up.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Eagles
Eagles.
versus Bears.
Eagles.
100%.
No question.
Yeah. Lions versus Jets. I'm going to pick Lions.
I'm
no,
gonna
actually, no. I'm going Jets.
I'm going Lions.
I'm going to go Lions. Jared Goff. Cool guy, you know?
Cool name. I really like his name.
Goff.
Goff.
Jared Goff.
I really like
It's
it.
pretty sick.
Steelers versus Panthers.
Panthers.
Steelers, they freaking suck. I'm going Panthers.
Panthers. We don't like Kenny Pickett. Screw him.
You guys
He's
really
gone.
Can pick it.
Zach, who's your pick?
I guess I'll go with Panthers too. I don't want to get like drawn quartered for saying something about the Steelers.
Chief versus Texans.
It's definitely going to be the Chiefs.
Yeah, no question. The Chiefs.
The Texans.
Texans are
awful.
terrible.
Game after that, we have the Falcons versus the Saints.
I'm going Falcons.
I'm going Saints.
I think the Falcons are going to come out.
I'm going Saints.
Saints, I don't think that they're going to make the playoffs. And
Neither are the Falcons.
okay.
Cowboys versus Jags.
I think the Cowboys are going to win this one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's something telling me it might be a close game.
I know.
But Jags.
We've been talking about
Give
Trevor
me the
Lawrence.
Jags. Give me Trevor and the Jags.
He's great.
Jags. Give me Trevor and the Jags.
A switch has definitely been made for Trevor Lawrence, but it's not just about the quarterback, and the Cowboys have been playing better as a team.
I'm definitely going Cowboys.
I'm going Jaguars.
I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Cardinals versus Broncos.
Cardinals.
I'm going to go.
This is a crap show.
Yeah,
this is a crap thing.
No, I'm going Cardinals.
I'm going to go Broncos. I just think they're a little bit better.
I think that Russell Wilson has just been really getting on my
he's
nerves
hurt
recently.
He's hurt now, so you don't have to worry about him.
Russell Wilson is out?
Yes, he had a concussion, so I don't think he's playing this week.
Okay.
But I'm still going Broncos.
Zach?
I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
All right. And then we got Patriots versus Raiders.
See, the Raiders, we just talked about them, how they're getting a little bit better. Still not going to probably make the playoffs, but I think they're going to give us some entertaining games.
Yeah, I'm going to go Patriots. I think Mac Jones has really stepped up. I'm going to go Patriots.
Patriots probably going to win, but I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay. Titans versus the Chargers.
I'm
going to go Titans.
going to go Chargers.
I'm definitely going to go Chargers. I don't think the Titans are good at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, just outside of Derrick Henry, I don't think they have anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
The Bengals versus the Buccaneers, and I honestly think that the Bengals have no shot of losing this game right now.
Bengals 100% for me.
Tom Brady, I don't think he still has it. I'm not going to say he's lost it, but I think he's in a hard place right now, and that he just doesn't have his mind 100% focused on football. I think it's costing him.
But you never know. It's Tom Brady, dude.
And for that reason, I think I'm going to go the Buccaneers.
All right.
It's Tom Brady, man. I'm going to go him. Game-winning drive.
Giants versus Commanders. I'm going Commanders.
I'm going Giants.
I'm going Commanders as well.
Commanders, that's my team.
Giants have lost 5 straight. Don't think they're going to get it done.
I think that they're just going to – they need to turn around, just get one more in there as a win. They're just going to be playing hard, and I just don't really think that the Commanders are that good either.
Yeah.
Packers versus Rams. Packers.
I have the Packers.
Yeah, I'm also going to go the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
And that is all for this week.
100%. We will let you guys know about those predictions. Thank you guys for being so patient with us as we did miss those few weeks. But
we are definitely going to get back on schedule.
Of course, basketball's coming up, so if you guys are excited for that, we'll definitely be making some podcasts.
Yeah, if you want to hear some podcasts about basketball.
Just let us know. Give us some feedback.
Of course. We're
going to be posting a lot more on social media, our TikTok, our Instagram, both LTSports. Go give those a follow. And thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you guys.
See you.